It seems STR Super Gogeta's Super EZA details are not being highly appreciated by the Dokkan community. And I find things very interesting about that because I guess just to throw my hat into the wind instantly in this video, I do think that this guy is a good character. Could he have been a bit more? I do agree with that as well. I think characters could always, be a bit more potentially in many situations, especially when it comes to EZAs like this. This is the first anniversary character, and I think people had very high expectations for this guy. The JP player base is also quite, I would say, underwhelmed by this character. Now, I did go ahead and have to translate this character myself because of the fact that Global Dokkan decided not to go ahead and translate this. But I think the biggest thing about this character that a lot of people are focusing on is this great chance to guard against superclass enemies. And then the fact that he doesn't have Rainbow Orb changing, but he has buffs per key sphere obtained that is a rainbow key sphere. And we'll be talking about that, but we're gonna go ahead and address what the actual player base is saying. And I brought up two examples here, but we'll go ahead and read the replies to this, and let's just look at the comments here just to show you guys like directly on screen rather than screenshots about what the JP players are saying. But we can go ahead and take a look here. This has 162 likes. If they keep going like this, the 7th anniversary will definitely fail. And I think what he meant when it comes to this is the 7th anniversary EZAs, the year 7 Gogetas basically is saying that if they get an EZA like this guy, they're not going to be really great. And then response here, it's the same as science. I don't know if that translates right. Some things are saved because of sacrifices. It's a sacrifice to save the lives of the 7th anniversary who are at 99% dead. Salute to the 1st anniversary Gogeta, and giving management the middle finger is what they're saying. So this guy is essentially saying this character is being not good and he's being sacrificed so the year 7 ones could be better. It's kind of the idea behind it with that specific comment here. And again, I saw a few replies about this actually where people are again underwhelmed by this character's performance. Do you understand this is Dokkan Battle's 1st anniversary character? Again, if we continue to scroll down here, I'm sure we'll see more and more. Let's take a look here. Yeah, why does Boo have rainbow transformation for the orbs but Gogeta doesn't? It's important for both of them to have it. The 10th anniversary campaign is getting worse and worse. Expect from Dokkan, it's no different than usual. Will the hype make it even more of a failure? I think this is like, okay, calling the entire celebration bad because of one EZA is crazy to me personally. Like, I think the 10th anniversary is still very good. This comment is especially really crazy to me, basically calling it the 10th anniversary bad almost, right? Let's see this here. Maybe the special attack effect is pretty extreme. Oh yeah, no, this doesn't change. The super attack effect doesn't actually change, but yeah, that's what people are thinking. They're not like satisfied by what this character is going to be doing right now. I mean, a lot of people are just disappointed, and it's not just the JP player base, it is also the global player base, which we'll go ahead and take a look here. 30% reduction in full guard isn't enough for what was required for 1st anniversary Gogeta. Again, a lot of people are very dissatisfied here. Me personally, I think this guy's being downplayed, and I think when you actually use him in game, these issues that people are bringing up aren't gonna be as big of an issue as they're making it out to be. I think the biggest thing here, with the rainbow key sphere changing, let's take a look at this guy's best linking partners. Oh, whoa, what is this? A rainbow orb changer? Wow, guys, that's crazy. Rainbow orb changing character that is likely designed to be ran with this new Gogeta. He's a slot 1 character. This is a guy that wants to be slot 2. The rainbow orb change, like that's a literal, like, the first character there. Oh, guess who else is a rainbow orb changer? This guy's a rainbow orb changer. He's on the team, right? We got like, he has multiple rainbow orb changers across his teams. Majin Buu Saga, he's not Majin Buu Saga, but like Majin Buu Saga has been getting a lot of characters who do have the rainbow orb changing. Let me bring up where is the Super Saiyan 3 Goku's? I will actually, Gogeta, is he not on Accelerated Battle? I actually don't recall at the top of my head if Super Gogeta's on Accelerated Battle. He's not, because I was gonna say he would be on the Super Saiyan 3 Goku team, but I don't actually think he is. But he's on a lot of these teams that have tons of Rainbow Orb Changers. So, like, him not being, like, okay, it would be great if he was his own Rainbow Orb Changer. I think that'd be fine, but I don't think it's an ability he needs. Personally, I think he's fine without it. Like, obviously, you do want to get him to Rainbow Orbs, but like, he will get help when it comes to that. Now, this ability that people are focusing on, the Great Chance to Guard, I think it's very also silly because, one, it feels like they're completely ignoring that when there's extreme class enemies, he gets guaranteed guard anyways. So, like, with that in mind, like, this might not be as bad if in like half the events in the game basically that are going to be, you know, running this character. And then this is still a 70% chance, which again, not the greatest. We're able to see when this activates now though. Like, we at start, since this is again when facing the enemy at start of turn, we'll be able to see if this guy's guard icon is up or not. So we'll know ahead of time. And if he is guarding, which most of the time he'll probably will be guarding, he gets up to 30% reduction with that. And he also will do some pretty good damage. I think people underestimate the damage this guy's gonna do. Look at his attack stat. He's at 20.3 mil, not 3 mil, 20.3k or 20.3k attack for his attack stat, and that's not even including any special orbs or anything like that. Take a look at comparison to Vegito, 18.7, right? But then, you know, take a look at Buuhan. We know how hard Buuhan hits, 16.8. I mean, Buuhan has so many good attack links, but it's like, this guy has good attack links, right? Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Overrun a Flash, Street Fighters, like all these are attack links. And this guy's also going to be like getting his guaranteed crits, and he's going to super 4 times. I think like people are focusing on things that aren't actually going to matter for the most part when you're using this guy in game, and I think that's why this guy's being underrated. He's going to be quite a consistent character overall to be able to use. I like what he's looking like so far personally, so I was like really surprised seeing people's reactions. And again, I mean, let's take a look here at what people are saying. I think at the end of the day though, like, you could look at this guy then look at Buuhan, and Buuhan to me is just a better version of this guy, so I get it. His support is actually also another thing, you know, key 2 and 40% to all allies. I think that's pretty good too. But yeah, I mean, I guess what they could have done with this guy is maybe they could have, again, given him the Rainbow Orb changing. I don't think that would be that big of a deal. But unlike Buuhan, this guy is not guarding, right? Like, this guy would have guarded 30% reductions. Defensively, I don't think that this guy will be in a bad spot at all. Like, Buuhan will have way higher defense and the extra reduction, but this guy's also still guarding, and he's kind of more, he's going to be Buuhan probably would do more damage because of Rainbow Orb changing. Again, Buuhan's insane, and he heals too. They could have made this guy better, right? Or like increase his stats a little more. Maybe this could have been 200% attack and defense when attacking, or maybe he built up attack right here instead of defense. May not. Well, maybe even both 200% right here. That'd be fine too. But yeah. Let's see. Should have been better. Is what Iggy's saying. Trash and dumb crit, might as well have him get the flat 30% if he's practically guaranteed to get the damage reduction outside slot 1. I mean, I guess I don't really think it's gonna be that much of a difference. So, like, you know, he's gonna do all these attacks guaranteed anyways. It's not like he'll be able to be hit in the middle of him attacking, right? But yeah, I guess it is kind of silly. He built up this. I guess like that's if you put him in slot 1, I guess, but you're not running this guy in slot 1 in most situations, right? He's basically a slightly better, fully built Super EZA Broly. The STR Broly, huh? I guess so. He's like STR Broly, but just fully built up. Except, again, he's not Rainbow Orb changing. They could have given this guy Rainbow Orb changing. I did personally expect it. Even if it was like Rainbow Orb changes with the fused fighter category ally in rotation, they could have given him it. I just don't think he's gonna need it as much as people make it out to be, right? Overreacting with the damage reduction reset sooner be a thing. I mean, I guess you could have kept it, yeah. Great slot 2. You don't know if they're factoring his LR stats. Yeah, again, with these special equips, these stats get really high. Again, this guy has the S tier potential, hidden potential system, right? So that actually increases the, like, that's why this guy has such high stats, right? Because you can see the stats he gets from the hidden potential system are way higher than usual, the usual 5,000, because of the fact that, like, some of these old characters got that big hidden potential system buff, right? So that's important to consider. Buns should have been significantly better. I mean, significantly better, I don't know. I think people are gonna see this guy in the game and they're gonna have a different tune, I think. Another thing is, again, I want to point out this guy. When this guy's details first came out, he was underwhelming in my opinion, and he had issues at certain times, like damaging Goku Frieza even, like. And then, like, in terms of his teams, man, you would pretty much have to run him on just the Majin Buu Saga team. The Super Saiyan 3 Goku team would be where you would run him. And then he, like, didn't even fit the 200% for this guy. So I guess you would have to run the Gotenks team, right? And it's like, yeah, this guy was, like, fine there, but, like, he was just a fine character. Then this character came out, right? This Tech Super Vegito. And his team with the extra leader skill boost, he's giving 40% supports. We have another character that came out, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, guess what? We're able to get the extra 44% attack for multiple turns with this guy. And on this guy's team, you know, another character we're able to run, Daima Goku, and Daima Goku gives the multiple attack buff for the multiple turns. And then, like, oh, all of a sudden Super Vegeto's counters do 1 billion extra damage and his stats are just overall higher. Like, Gogeta doesn't have that right now. He doesn't have a 220% team because he's not on this team, right? He's not Earthbound Fighter Super Tara. He's not on Giant Power, and he's not on Universe Rail Saga with the new the Blue Evolution Vegeta. So, like, I think it might be smart to wait for whatever happens in part 2. I assume part 2 will probably give this guy, like, a better team. I think that makes sense to me personally if they do decide to go ahead and do something like that. Like, again, a very, very big theory for the Dokkan Fest, like, is the Dragon Ball Z movie slot, and I think the biggest character option for that is, like, a Super Gogeta. So if they would do a Super Gogeta card, then, you know, with that in mind, I think that what if he has, like, a domain where it's, like, you know, the Hell domain or something, and then it gives, like, all these characters extra buffs, or like Fuse Fighter characters get a specific buff or something like that, and then this guy's would be a lot better. He'd be on the leader skill. Maybe the new Gogeta's Rainbow Orb Changer, and then, like, this guy's like a Rainbow Orb changing buddy that he's gonna have. Maybe he provides damage reduction support. Like, imagine, like, fusion characters, not even just Fuse Fighters, but just fusion characters, like, you know, the fusion dance, like, because I think if they did Fuse Fighters, like, that would count this guy. And then pre-fusion, obviously. And I don't think these guys feel like they're designed around, like, oh, you know, we're going to get damage reduction supports for them. Like, maybe just the fusion category would be cool. Or time limit, I guess, would work too. But, like, where he gives them damage reduction support or something, right? That's something that could happen. Like, we don't know what's going to happen with that team. Like, the same thing with EZA Vegito. So I just want to point that out. And that's kind of the big thing I want to make this video about, because I saw a lot of backlash for this guy. And I feel like it is low-key, like, undeserved even now. I think he's good right now, but there's the very, very high chance that this guy ends up looking way better than we think he's going to be, on top of everything else. And, you know, he's also supporting too. I mean, he's just overall good character. Now, I did tweet this. Usually I just tweet this, to be honest, just to bring more signal to the video itself. But let's see here. It was a little word for in Buuhan, the drop for these guys. He's better than both, but they're still nice buffs. I mean, in Buuhan better than both the Janemba and, like, I think you could make the argument Janemba might be better than Buuhan. I think you could very well make the argument for that. I mean, Janemba, bro, 90% dodge before attacking. He gets all these multiplicative stats. Like, he is also still multiple like super attacking here. Buuhan way harder. I feel like Buuhan probably will overall be the better character, but man, Janemba is so good. feel a bit spoiled by God Buuhan. Yeah, I mean, like, if you compare Buuhan to Gogeta, Buuhan is just like better for sure. So I see why people wanted this Gogeta to be better, like on Buuhan's level, 100%. I mean, maybe this could have been a bigger buff right here, the 50%. Maybe they could have done quite a bit of different things, right? Who knows? But we'll see. I think there's not really much to say here. They held back. Get to our options. You can see Gogeta game. Yeah, I get. If we get like, I won't. Eventually, we will get like a 220% leader for Gogeta. Like one day, I assume they'll continue to do that with leader skills, anyways. If that's the case, then this guy could be on a much better team and be looking way better. But I just do want to point that in mind. I also don't blame people for being a bit underwhelmed, but I think saying like the anniversary said or this guy completely sucks is wrong. But that's my thoughts. That's the GP player base and the the current player. I can't speak. Player base's thought. You can tell it's 2:30 a.m. and I'm kind of tired. I'm just gonna wrap this up. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll catch you guys next time.